Most American Muslims, 67%, said the country needs to continue making changes to give blacks equal rights, Pew reports. Overall, 57% of Americans in general said the same. In addition, Muslims were more likely to say that there is a lot of discrimination in the U.S. today against black people, 71%. 59% of the general public agreed. The researchers also looked at how the results would change if the responses of individuals who identify solely as black are excluded. Even with this lens, Muslims were more likely than the general public to say more changes were needed for black people to have equal rights with whites, 66% versus 53%, and to say there is a lot of discrimination against blacks, 66% versus 56%. Marguerite Hill is the co-founder and co-director of the Muslim Anti-Racism Collaborative, an organization that focuses on addressing institutional and intra-Muslim racism. Hill told HuffPost that the results of the study seem promising. We've seen a shift over the past few years, such as increased support for the movement for Black Lives, and more nuanced analysis of social issues on social media and beyond, she told HuffPost in an email. As part of a study that Muslim ARC published in 2015, more than 80% of respondents self-reported that they experienced racial, ethnic, or religious discrimination from society at large. For Hill, that signals that they are more likely to believe reports of racial inequity among Black Americans. American mosques also tend to be more racially integrated than churches or other worship communities, which means non-Black Muslims have more opportunities to interact with African American Muslims, Hill said. In addition, she said many Muslims born in the United States have drawn from the legacy of Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, and Jamil el-Amin, who are celebrated for their courage in critiquing white supremacy. However, Muslims' views on how the future will be for Black Americans searching for equal rights tend to be more pessimistic than the general public. Pew asked the Muslims who believed the country needs to continue making changes toward equal rights whether they think America will eventually make those changes. About 57% of Muslims believed that the needed change would come one day, while 69% of the general public said the same. Hill believes it's vital for American Muslims to think about how racism will be addressed in the future. While I am encouraged that they are aware of discrimination, I'm more interested in how our community envisions its role in addressing discrimination and systemic oppression, she said.